Liverpool season? What's happening to your boy Pepinski? Are Barca crumbling? Kane's first trophy? And put some respect on my Congolese number 10, Luke freaking Skywalker, the true Belgian freaking Jedi. Welcome, guys. Week review. And guys, this is going to be weekly. This is going to be weekly, man. So enjoy, have a meal, have your drink, produce, cut the damn check, and let me take you through the highlights of this past week. Remember, guys, like that video, subscribe if you're new, and man, feel free to drop in a little donation. $1, $2, $300. It is what it is, man. Put in some Jeff Bezos. If you like this content and enjoy this content and you support this content, me giving the real football Zelensky from the globe. So let's start. Huge. Liverpool have made a sizable step in a title race. It's early. It's early days. And again, a title race is not determined and it isn't decided in November. It's not. There is the whole December to go. We've not even yet reached halfway through the season. There is still a lot of stuff to be done. But when you look at a title race, there are particular segments where, that was a key moment. Liverpool are not going to win every game. Liverpool are going to draw more games. Liverpool are going to lose more games. That is guaranteed. But what you want is a buffer. And Liverpool know that if we have a big enough buffer, it will help us when we come through those points where we've lost a game, we've drawn a game, we've lost a game. But we have a buffer that it can help offset when we come into that barren spell, which is going to happen. It's going to happen. And I'm fully surprised they're like this. Because I thought that these guys would fall off. And the way that Salah celebrated, because he knew, side note, FSG, cut the damn check, or else I'll actually put a nuke up in your face. Because he knew that, bro, this is key. With City losing, we had to win. And Southampton did not make it easy because they knew that if they had drawn the game, they would have missed a huge opportunity to really say what's up and make a true headway. I don't know whether Liverpool can win this league because I still don't believe they will. I still don't believe they will win this league because as I'm watching this team, it's a good team, very well coached. I'm like, I don't believe these are title winners. But they keep proving me wrong because I'm waiting for them to lose. I'm waiting for them to have a bad spell. I'm saying, no, they will have a bad spell. And I'm waiting. And every time I'm waiting for them to have a bad spell, I'm waiting for them to be exposed. I'm waiting for Arne Slot to be exposed. It doesn't happen. I still think it's going to happen. And I still believe that there are still hurdles for these guys to overcome. But at the moment, every question that's been posed of them, they are answering those questions in full flying colors, and you can't deny that. So we just have to wait and see what they can do. But I'll say it again. Don't let Arne Slot win this damn league. In his first season, that's a narrative that no one wants. The slot machine to waltz into the EPL, to waltz into King Charlie's country and say, what's up? Bro, we're gonna have to have some real questions, man. But look, you cannot escape rather the beatdown from Man City. It's one thing to lose. Everyone loses. Nobody's invincible. It's another thing to get circumcised. So you can take an L and then you can get circumcised. City got circumcised, they got sliced, they got sauteed, they got char grilled, they got Korean barbecued. Quality barbecues, by the way. They got Korean barbecued. So simple as that. And you have, because my mind always says that City, they'll recover. They recover. And look, they've earned the right for us to say they're going to get this right, they're going to fix this. They defend that right because 4 in a row is 4 in a row. And we're not going to deny what they've done in the EPL so far. But the thing is, they've never been in a situation like this. So this is a huge test of the character. So for guys like Silva, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Kyle Walker, who you've been winning, you've been invincible, you've never been in a situation where the team has lost 5 games in a row in all competitions. They've never had that before. So this is a new territory for them. And because I told you, there are 3 elements to winning in a league. I said, it's talent, mentality, character. City have the talent. They've always had the talent. And you know they have the mentality because of their belief and their swagger and their arrogance. And you need that arrogance to say, what's up? But the character, you could say they showed the character in the 1998 point season. When Liverpool were breathing down their neck, they showed their character. But no, this season is character. Because they're in a situation where everybody's questioning them. You're old, you're washed, you're past it, you're crumbling. So I believe this is the first time where their character has been tested. Their character has never been tested like this because they've always been amazing. They've always been good. They've always been at their peak. But this is a moment where, you're vulnerable. And to get sliced and pieced up 4-0 and it could have been worse, this is a new situation. So the question is, do these guys have the character where everyone is praying for their downfall? Do they have the character to respond and say, no, haters, put that champagne on ice, that 5 in a row is still going to be a reality? And all questions are on your boy. Look, I won't lie to you guys. I pray for his downfall. Now, people may say that's sick, that's demented, that's twisted, but it is what it is. I'm just being real with you. Every single day, I pray for his downfall. I pray for his demise. Because there's a different discussion to be had that Pep Guardiola has more to do with the decline of the entertainment of football than most of the managers, but that's for another day. But for Pep, it's a great challenge. People are saying, you can only do well with Rodri. Similar things that people said you could only do well with Messi. So Pep has come out and said that, I trust my players now more than ever. So for Pep Guardiola, in this situation right now, can you, as a tactician, as a coach, as a manager, as a leader of men, as a motivator, turn things around? I believe he will. Because as much as I hope for and pray for his downfall, I'm not going to deny how amazing he's been and all of his achievements. Now, we could talk about financial doping and the fortune he's had, but facts are facts. He's achieved so much, he's been too successful for me to now say, he's now going to fail. No. So for a guy who's achieved that much, he has a lot of credit in the bank. So I believe he will get it right. But you're in a hole because Pep Guardiola, he has never been in a situation before in his entire career. He's never been in a situation where his team has lost 5 times in a row. So it's like, this is uncharted territory. This is new for him. Well, to lose 5 times, losing twice in a row was crazy for him. 5 in a row? So for him, it's like, okay, this is new. And so this is yet again a test of him as a manager and his character. Can he, because you're not dealing with psychology, with low mentality, can you get these guys out of this hole? That's going to be very key. It's all set up. We're running it back. You see, again, I told you, the notion was Arsenal, City. And again, I don't be rude. I think you always felt City would beat Arsenal. Because for a team who've not won since 2004 and a team who you just felt we're not really ready for a title challenge, you always felt City would win. But with Liverpool and City know that this is a core that got to 98 points. No, this is a core that got to 97 points. This is a core that got to 99 points. This is a core that's reached 3 UCL finals, winning 1 of them. So the resume of this Liverpool group is far better than the resume of the Arsenal group. So I do believe that City, I don't think they ever took Arsenal seriously. City, they take these guys seriously. Even though I don't believe Arne Slot can win this league with Liverpool, between Liverpool and Arsenal, choose between both of them, Liverpool or Arsenal, who's more likely to win the league? Liverpool. Because this core group have done it. This core group have won a UCL. They've won a UCL and they've won a Premier League more recently than Arsenal. So going by that fact, City know that, this is real. Because if Arsenal were in this same situation, City and myself would believe that they can make it back. But for City, you don't want an 11 points gap with this group. See, an 11, now, they have made up that points total before, but that was with a different group. And a group that were operating at a much higher level than this group. So this, I don't believe it's going to be 11 points. I'm already going to say right now, I think it's going to be a draw. It's either going to be a draw or City going to get a W. Now, if it's a draw, 8 points is still 8 points. 8 points is not insurmountable, but it's still 8 points. If it's a win, 5 points, game on. If they lose, It's not the end of the world, but you now have to have panic stations because if City lose, they cannot afford any more mistakes. None. And to think of the fact that you've got to play Chelsea again, you've got to play Arsenal again, and you've got to play Liverpool again, things now get very dicey. But I think it's all set up to be a very fascinating title race. And let me tell you this right now. Liverpool are not running away with this. This title race is going to have many twists and turns. And I just like how it has actually been because I thought it would be easy for City. So I feel there's going to be far more twists and turns, man. So looking at the title race right now, look, look, we are 1 point behind. Guys, we are still up in this piece. We're still up in this piece. Because look at that. Liverpool have only conceded 8 goals. That's insane. And let's be real, they shouldn't have conceded 2 goals. So really, it should be 6 or 7 because them conceding 2 goals against Southampton is uncharacteristic. So so you can already see from there that a big part of how they've done so well is their defense. Konate and Van Dijk have been absolutely outstanding. Alisson and put your lover on Kelleher. Chelsea and Arsenal, they can see City within their sights. So if Liverpool beat City, or let's say they even get a draw, and Chelsea and Arsenal win, City could be 4th on Sunday. City could be 4th on Sunday. And I don't even want to use the math and say City are going to be battled for ... because that would just be disrespectful. But again, look at this. Guys, you see, it's 12 games. Guys, there are 38 games. There are 38 games. So it's like there are too many games to play. We've got 26 more matches. We've got 26 more matches to play. A lot can happen in 26 games. So whatever the points gap is, I just think that let's just ride, man. Let's just ride. But guys, Chelsea are in this, bro. Do not dare ignore Chelsea. Let's go to the Bundesliga, man. Chelsea boy Kane. Yet another milestone. And he got yet another 3-piece. And the 3rd goal, superb control. We may have to have him to retake his eye test score because I think he might just pass the eye test. He's currently on the 64%, but the way he's looking at it, we take the eye test, he might actually get it better. Kane is going to go down as one of the best goal scorers of his generation, 100%. And one of the best strikers of the generation. Not really elite. He is a tier below the cannibal Benzema, Lewandowski, but he can be in that kind of a conversation. But the reason why he cannot sit at the table is because no matter how many goals he scored, and this guy is a crazy goal scorer, breaking records, breaking milestones, is you need trophies. Trophies, that's the name of the game. No matter what Lewandowski did, the reason why we didn't even put him in the same convo with Benzema and the Ski, even though he outscored them easily, was he didn't have a UCL. A key trophy. So not only does Kane need this Bundesliga, he does also need a UCL as well. But I think for Kane, he's like, bro, this has to be the year. This has to be the year because he did his job to a degree last season, but in those Leverkusen games, you messed up. And in some of those key games when you could have closed the gap, you messed up. So, and it's my saying, it's not how many you score, it's when you score. You have to do it. It's a 2 flex. A consistency of goals, big game goals. You need consistent goals and big game goals. Those are the 2 things that you need to really be that true elite striker. And because look, 100%, if let's just say Kane finishes his career without a damn trophy, I think that would be doy. Like for a guy to have scored these many amounts of goals and somehow not won a single trophy, one trophy, kind of that bombers Audi, it would be borderline doy. And the way it's looking, so you see, Bayern have they've yet to lose again. So they've won 9 wins, 2 draws. Look at that. They've got Frankfurt obviously in 2nd, Leipzig in 3rd, Leverkusen in 4th, man. So they're 6 points ahead of Frankfurt. So the way this is looking, they should do their thing. And also, let's keep it real. Shout out to your boy Vincent Kompany. Because I think you can clearly see how much they've improved on for Kompany. The football is better. They're more intense. They're working a lot harder. And I think he's taking Kane to an even higher level. So even if Kane was good last season, I feel Kompany has just really improved his overall game and has just made him a lot more of a lethal player. And I just think that because remember, Kane, he's a striker, but he's also a very good all-round player who can really help the all-round origin of the team. So you have to give a lot of credit for Vincent Kompany. And I think for Bayern Munich, they've always got their eye on the UCL. A team doesn't win two trebles without having their eye on the UCL. But based on what happened last season, the priority, shout out, I think it's your boy Max Eberl, the priority is the Bundesliga. First, sort out the Bundesliga, ensure your domestic affairs before you now start to say what's up about international affairs to begin with. But I believe they win it. I believe they win it. But again, as we learn in football, never tempt fate, never assume. Never assume. So let's go to Italiano. You see, I was going to say something, but that would sound weird because okay, fine. Because I trust you guys, I was going to say that once you go back to daddy will provide. But that is very cringe and very odd. Lukaku calling Antonio Conte, a white Italian man, daddy. So yeah, that feels very Django Unchained. But Lukaku knows Conte. Conte knows Lukaku. The last time Lukaku won a trophy, the last time Lukaku was an elite striker, the last time Lukaku was one of the best strikers in the world was under Conte, his tutelage for Inter Milan. And yet again, another game, big game, he comes up with the winning goal. Chelsea boy De Lorenzo with the assist. Napoli could win this Serie A. And I do feel that Lukaku, very few players have taken more abuse than Lukaku in this modern age. Because for me, like, I'm the only guy that insults Timo Werner. See, Lukaku is insulted by many people. I'm the only guy who insults Timo Werner. So Timo Werner's abuse comes mainly from one man, which is me. But for Lukaku, bro, I mean, Lakaka, Tims, Doc Martens, all that kind of stuff. And Lukaku's always been a guy where I want to prove the people wrong. Now, what I'll say to Lukaku is I believe you overestimate yourself and you're not as good as you think you truly are, and you need to sort of be realistic about what your talents are. But you've got to credit the man's character, that he could have very easily gone to Saudi Arabia. He could have very easily balled out, cashed out in Saudi, but he said, no, I'm going to remain in Europe and remain competitive. And if Napoli go ahead and win this Serie A, which will be off the back of a lot of goals that Lukaku scores, we've got to give the guy credit. We've got to give the guy credit for his character, knocking down and reminding guys that I can still be an elite striker that can be pivotal to a league win as he was for Inter Milan. So as we look at the Serie A right now, it's exciting. So look at that. So we have Napoli on 29, Atalanta, Inter, Fiorentina, Bozo FC on 28, Juve on 25. So 4 points separates first and ninth. And you have you have 4 teams on level points. Shout out to Inter, I think it was Verona or Venezia who they beat 5-0. Marcus Thuram with a 2-2 piece. If you want to look at an exciting league, it's the Serie A. So there is no league title that is more exciting than this because literally, guys, this is like a 6-horse race. Now, obviously, I do believe that by the time we get to week 2021, it's going to come down to maybe 3 teams. But the fact that 13 games gone and 6 teams are within touching distance of one another, I think is amazing. And if you were to ask me who wins this league, I really don't know. Inter have the talent. Atalanta have Lookman and an amazing Gasperini manager. Napoli keep out eking out wins, and Napoli don't have Europe. And you can't sleep on Juve. You can't sleep on what your boy De Gea is doing with Fiorentina. So there are so many arguments for so many teams that basically my question is that if you go to week 28 to 29, are there still going to be like 4 or 5 teams in it? And do you know what the issue is? And why I think that this could be a pretty crazy title race? There isn't a team that seems unbeatable. It feels as if everybody can beat everybody. Even in the Napoli-Roma game, Roma should have gotten back in that game. And I don't know why Ranieri had your boy Dybala on the bench for so long. So looking at this right now, I'm telling you, nuke to my cranium, I'd want to go with Inter because I just believe in the talents that they have, but they do have UCL football, and Conte cooks without UCL. So there is a strong Napoli argument. And I do have a narrative. Don't let Atalanta win this league. Because we know what Ademola did for those guys in the Europa League. If Ademola leads Atalanta to this league win under Gasperini, we're going to have a very scary African goat conversation. Let's sort of over to Spain. 2-0 up, letting it slip, not good. Not good for Barcelona. And I think that if you're a Barca fan, you're like, damn it. Now, there is a 10-man tax, Casado getting sense of, but still, a team of Barca's talents and their experience, even with a man down, and when that happened, they should have been able to manage the game a lot better. Because what we should be talking about is a very good Lewandowski goal and how this man is still remaining amazingly consistent at his pitchback age. But I think what this shows is, and we'll get to Madrid, is never assume. After that El Clasico, I have people on record saying that, oh yeah, the league is done. Yeah, the league is done. Barca's going to win the league. And I was like, okay, it looks bad right now, but it is still early. It is still early on in the title. And within a few weeks, look at how things have quickly changed. Can Barca win the league? Yes. But I think that it's going to be a much closer title race. And it's going to be it's not going to be as straightforward as people seem. Because, bro, Barca are not going to win every single game. They're not going to blitz this whole thing. And I do feel like if the lack of experience and full quality throughout the squad may come and may cause them to hit a brick wall. So it is still an amazing team. And I think we cannot say, oh, Flick is a fraud. He's not been exposed. No. But I think that for Hansi Flick and for this team, it's a good reality check to be okay, get back to the drawing board and we just get back to what we do so well. Not only offensively, but defensively as well. You can't say Yamal FC. If Yamal had played, Yamal is not a defender. So, okay, so maybe they could have scored a third or a fourth, but he ain't a defender. And it's really a defensive thing of them allowing Celta Vigo to get back in the game. Look, Daddy, don't disrespect Daddy. Yes, it was a tap-in. Don't disrespect Daddy. See, Daddy knows that people have called him Toto. People have called him Yamal's son. People called him Donatello. And Daddy knows that he can't come into this team, and in his first season, they lose the league to a bunch of prepubescents led by a 17-year-old. So Daddy knows that, look, you're going to say what's up. And it was always going to take some time for Daddy to really vibe with Vinny, vibe with Jude, and vibe with Rodrigo. But once that vibe happened, Daddy's going to cook. Daddy's going to cook. So my thing is, haters, you're dealing with the World Cup goats. We know what Daddy did as a 19-year-old. We know what Daddy did in Qatar. Don't disrespect Daddy. Don't disrespect Daddy. He's still Daddy. And this La Liga, it's still open up. So I just feel like if Madrid, yes, it's Leganes, but it's a key win that closes the gap between them and Barca, knowing that they have a game in hand, man. And this was important. From a psychological point of view, because Bellingham strikes me as a guy who doesn't have an ego. Does he want to win? Yes. Is he hard on himself? Yes. Is he hard on others? Yes. But I think Bellingham is a guy where, I don't think there's a selfishness there. I don't think there's a me there. So he was fine not scoring as long as the team won. So he's a guy that will put team first before himself. But Bellingham was like, no, I want to score as well. I don't want to, because I do believe that if I can get into the goals, it helps the team. It's not really about me and my ego. It's about if I can get into those goals and goal scoring, I feel it's going to help the team. And I think that we are in a much stronger position if I'm scoring. And I believe that as well. Can Bellingham create? Yes. Can he play make? Yes. But I believe that if he gets back to his goal scoring back that he did so well last season, that's what makes Real a pretty much hard team to beat and what makes them fully lethal. So I think that's good, solid game, but just reaching the back of the net and just getting that goal breeds confidence. And that confidence breeds into him being able to now fully help this team both in the league and in the UCL as well. Because trust me, people are like, this guy is a talent. So maybe, and you know what the funny thing is? Euros, he did not play well. He really underperformed. But he did score a clutch overhead kick in our Euros. And he was England's best player in that final, helping them get back in the game. So let's not deny this guy's ridiculously amazing talent and how young he is. This ain't no 29-year-old. This is still a young dude who is still improving and still growing. So looking at the Liga right now, so remember, Real have a game in hand. Remember, it's the Valencia game, remember, due to the floods. So if Real keep on winning and maintaining, they win that game in hand, 1 point. So after El Clasico, like, oh my God, it's all done. Real are finished. Look left, look right, look over here right now. Real can only now be 1 point behind. Now, I did say that Atleti would win. That was just my crazy pick, but I think Alvarez has not really done that as well. But they're only 5 points behind. They're only 5 points behind, and 5 points is not that big. It's not that big a gap. I'm still going to keep my pick, but I feel it is unlikely Atleti win. But if Atleti just, all you need to do is just keep on winning. If Atleti knuckle down and just keep on win, and just keep themselves in touching distance of Real and Barca, this could still be a 3-horse race. I really do feel that this could be a 3-horse race if Atleti just can just maintain their momentum and say what's up. But guys, I told you, Barca, we're not going to run away with this. And this is still going to be an exciting title race. And I do feel that second El Clasico game at Spotify Stadium, at Barca Stadium, that could yet be another very pivotal moment in the title race. And Atleti Barca and Atleti Madrid are also going to pretty much be very decisive in this. So as much as Real and Barca are going to battle out, don't sleep on Atleti. If they could be consistent, do not sleep on your boys at Atleti. So now, you know what I've been trying to, because see this whole weekly review things about football as a whole, because I want to really bring people's knowledge of football around the world. Because when I grew up, there was a program called World Football that showed football around the world. And I don't like how we are all tribal and fragmented, because football is a global thing that should be enjoyed by everyone in the world. So what I'm going to try and do every week is pick out a player that you may not know from different leagues around the world. So I've started to watch the Brazil League. Shout out to your boy Ricardo. So I was watching Corinthians against Vasco da Gama. Corinthians watched them. This dude. So this is Thais Magno. I think that's how you pronounce it. Thais Magno. He plays as a number 10 for Corinthians. Shout out to Ronaldo Nazario, his team. Dude is quality. See, that's why the ISIS is undefeated. After watching him for 5 minutes, his touch, his psychology, his mentality, there was like a through ball he played through to a guy. I was like, no, this guy has something special. He's Brazilian. He's 22. How this guy plays as number 10, I just wish Phil Foden could watch him. I just wish some so-called number 10s could actually just watch how a number 10 is supposed to play, where the skill sets, the psychology, the footballing IQ, and just the mentality to always play make. So if you can, try and just take a look at this dude, Thais Magno for Corinthians, who have an amazing kit as well. And just, if you can, I know it's hard, try and watch the Brazil League. Try and watch the Brazil League, because watching that Corinthians versus the Gama game, I was like, oh, this is actually what football used to be like when I was growing up. And when you just look at how competitive all the teams are, like Botafogo, Palmeiras, all these dudes, I think it would be actually a pretty exciting league. But this dude, Thais Magno, man, quality player, because I'm like, no, that's what a number 10 should look like. That is how a number 10 should play. How it's now sort of, I think, devolved is unfortunate, but I do feel that number 10 is supposed to be that creative playmaker whose first thought is to create for his striker or create for his wingers. So the way this guy is playing it is a throwback. Not a throwback, is like, no, this is how this position should be played. This is how you utilize this position. This is how you play this role. So shout out to your boys, Thais Magno of Corinthians. So moment of the week. Pick out a moment of the week, guys. Angel Di Maria. Homeboy is well into his 30s, bro. I think it's like 36 or 30, 37. Benfica. Please go and watch this guy's overhead kick for Benfica. There are overhead kicks that like Rooney's or Cristiano where it comes from a cross or like Bale's. Then there are overhead kicks like Ronaldinho's where he made it himself, or Rivaldo where he had to chest it, create the height, and boom. Di Maria, this was no pass. The ball was somewhere he had to originate it, flick it up, and then do it as well from a crazy far distance and at an angle. It is a stupid goal. And yet again, it's just a reminder that put some respect on this guy's name. So I think when all is said and done, did he have a super consistent career? No. Guys were more consistent. Guys maybe won more. Guys may have a greater legacy based on the clubs they played for and what they won for those clubs. Put the trophies away. Put the consistency away and just look at what a player did and the dynamism of a player. It's your boy Di Maria. It's your boy Di Maria. And I think that his dynamism and the kind of explosive things that he's done, that's the kind of football I grew up with, and that's the kind of football that I appreciate. Like just the nature of this goal, only certain players with a certain psychology can score this goal. Some of your most amazing players, some of your GOATs ain't scoring a goal like this, because you have to be slightly mad to score this goal. Only a slight psychopath can score this can attempt it or score it. Hence why that's like Dino scores a goal like this, because Dino and Rivaldo, because those are the guys that are mad enough to try something as outlandish as this and execute it. And I've said this before and say it again, man. Do I take Di Maria in my team for a season? Probably not. In a league campaign, probably not, because I don't know how consistent he will be. In a final, I don't know many other players I would take in a final over Di Maria. The only ones I can think of is Ronaldo Nazario. Outside of Ronaldo Nazario, and maybe Gerd Muller, I can't think of any other player say, this is a game. This is it. This is a game for our life. This is a game to save our life. It is one moment, one game, full pressure. All the chips are on the board right now. The first name I call him is Di Maria. Like, on speed dial, I'll have either Di Maria's name, Gerd Muller's name, or Ronaldo Nazario's name. But Di Maria is top of that list of, it's a final. Who's the first name that you call? It's Di Maria. And again, it's a particular kind of personality you have to have, a particular psychology you have to have. Of course, there are better players than him. Players that have done more and have been way more consistent. But in terms of big game, it matters now. This is what it's about. It's your boy Di Maria. And when you look at this guy's final record and what he has done in finals, there are very few players that have a better finals resume, which is the hardest game, the most pressurized game, have a better resume than your boy Angel. So all I just say is put some respect on damn Di Maria's name. Like that video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. Di Maria, respect. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.